Hi everybody, this is Max with Enlight Automotive. Today I'm going to show you how to disable the active sound feature on the new BMW M3s and M4s. This particular car is equipped with the Harman Kardon sound system, and I believe that this modification is only applicable to those vehicles that have that option installed. So to get started, you're going to want to open the trunk, and this is the area where we're going to be working. This is a US spec car, so this is the driver's side of the vehicle, and the component in question, or the module in question, is located right behind this interior carpet panel here. And underneath this panel here is the factory amplifier for the Harman Kardon system, and right behind it there's a module for the active sound, and we're going to disconnect the electrical connector on the back of that module. So one way to gain access to this active sound module in the back is to remove this entire interior panel here, and this whole thing is one piece. It stretches from the back of the car all the way up to the rear seats here. You can see that thing's all one piece, and really to get to it so you can get your hands back there and things like that, you got to remove the whole thing. But I did find it's kind of a pain in the butt to try to remove the whole panel, so we're going to do it a slightly different way. Now, we don't need to remove the entire interior panel, but we do need to loosen up some of the clips that are on here. So you're going to need a flathead screwdriver, and there are several interior clips. There's one here. There's just this one on the top here. And there are 4 clips on this black plastic panel here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're going to want to take all of those out. You see that on the inside here, there's a plastic clip here. The way that you remove these is just insert the screwdriver in between the top part of the plastic clip and the base of the plastic clip, and gently pry up like that until you get it out. And then sometimes you can wiggle these out with your fingers here. You can just pull it out just like that. Once you've loosened up the 4 clips on this rear plastic trim piece here, reach up underneath the edge. You're going to have to lift up this flap here. Reach up underneath and then just gently wiggle it up. You should feel it kind of come loose. And then once you get it up, kind of just wiggle it out. Just like that. So now what you can do is just gently pull on the interior trim piece and pull it out from underneath the weather seal here. And you can just run your finger all the way up, pulling it out, and once you get to the the trunk support bar here, you're gonna have to disconnect this little plastic piece here, and you can do that by reaching your finger on the back side and pulling gently out towards the bar, and it will just unlatch some little prongs on the back that are fitting through these holes, and then you can separate it. And here you can see that I've undone the top one down there. And you just need to gently work it out here. And you could start off by removing this plastic cover here by getting your fingers under the edge here and just gently prying up. You'll hear a couple of clips popping. Work your way around the perimeter of this plastic sheet. And here you can see this metal component. This is part of the amp, and this plastic part here is going to have to come out, and the active sound module is on the left side of this black piece here. So once you're able to loosen all of the internal clips that are holding this piece on, I just left that rear tie clip on there. It just gives you enough room, or I should say it just gives you enough wiggle that you can now access this black panel here. Now, in this black panel, you're going to see this. There's this clip here. What you'll have to do is pull this interior panel back a little bit, and you'll get access to this black clip here. And all you got to do is you got to push it in, lift up, and then angle this over to the side. You see how it's angled here now. And inside here, you can see that gray connector. There's just enough space to get a flathead screwdriver in there. That gray connector with the black lever, I wish you could see that in there a little more. There you go. You can see that black lever in there. What you need to do is, there's a gray tab at the bottom of the connector, kind of right where my finger is, and you need to take a flathead screwdriver, push that in, and that black lever will lift up, and then you can just gently pull back on that gray connector there, and that will disconnect the amp. So once you've disconnected the connector, that gray connector, you're going to want to put this black piece back, and all you got to do is line up this plastic tab here that we took out before, this guy, line it up in the same spot that it was before, and just, oh, there we go. Push down until you hear it click like that, and then it's back in place. Now all you have to do is just go through the process of putting the weather strip back on the outside of the interior panel cover, and also just do everything in the reverse order. So put in the plastic clips that go here, and then anything else that you've undone to get to this point, and that's it. So once you're done, make sure that you get all the weather seals tucked in nicely, and make sure you get this piece secure in here, and everything should fit back just like factory. Make sure you tuck the interior panel all the way back up to the top here, and that's it. So after having driven around for a while with the active sound now disabled, there's definitely a noticeable difference, especially when you're under full throttle or you're under heavy throttle and really accelerating. It definitely has, in my opinion, a more natural feel to it. It has a more natural sound. You hear sound exiting at the back of the car, out the exhaust, and it doesn't fill the entire cabin like it does with the active sound. So the active sound, it really feels like there's sound kind of coming from all the walls of the vehicle, you know, from the speakers and whatnot. But when you have the active sound disabled, the car feels, or I should say it sounds more natural in a sense that the sounds are coming from where they're originated. They're coming from the exit of the exhaust, they're coming from the engine bay, and nothing in between. I actually kind of like it. You get a more distinct exhaust note compared with the active sound. The active sound, to me, has this kind of synthetic induction noise to it, which when you disable it isn't there. So I like it. It's a little bit quieter driving around in light throttle applications or light throttle conditions, but it has a different type of experience under full throttle. So that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video.